So you see, I told him next time you do it, I'm not going to use lube, and it's just going to go straight up there without any resistance. And they just said next time use something bigger, you know?
Yeah, well shit.
I mean, them's the breaks, but good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and invited transgendered listeners. Welcome to episode 7 of Off the Script. I am Jay. There you go. I mean, I was going to intro him, but he knows what he's doing already. I mean, he's far ahead of everyone else that we've had on here before. I mean, that Dan guy was an idiot. I mean, I can't believe we had him around. Like, what were we doing? You know, couldn't understand a word he said. He was Scottish.
Probably drunk.
So, yeah, like I said, I am Jay. He is Mist. We are the lovely assholes in chiefs of the good world of Twitch. Miss, we lovingly refer to as Darth D-Bag.
Jay?
Yes.
Does something feel off to you?
No, you know what? It feels good at the minute. I kind of like it. It's alright. It's fine. So Miss, before we get into anything, we're gonna do with you what we did with Zam. Let's get a little bit of a thing for the people who don't know who you are. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, why you're such a dick. I mean, why you're such a nice guy, and yeah, let's get to know you a little bit.
I'm a streamer. I've been streaming for a little bit. I've known Jay for what, almost 3 years?
I want to say close to 3 years. He says, testing the follow count.
Yeah, 2 years, 319 days.
Totally not throwing that in anybody's face right there.
Big. I stream randomly because I just get bored sometimes. Sometimes I don't. And I end up watching Jay and then stop because it's boring. Because Jay's Jay.
I know. I'm really dull. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But, you know, you love me, so you can't say anything about it. There you go. I mean, what else can we say other than being a real Mickey Mouse operation? Except, you know, I don't think we're even babe boop. Oh God, is it me or is it a little hot in here, dude? Can you hit that button for me? No, not that one. Don't touch the red one.
This one.
No, that's your vibrator.
Fuck. This one?
That one destroys the world.
This one.
That one.
Did I do it?
But it did a thing. We have faces now.
Really?
What is this? Is this?
I don't know.
Is this a video podcast now? Ooh. Just as ugly as I remember. So we'll do what we did before. We're gonna talk the usual stuff. We're gonna talk random shit mostly because that's pretty much all we've got scheduled for today. We don't exactly have plans. So I think the most important thing is plug yourself. No, don't really plug yourself because this is the worst thing to do. Joking. Right, okay. Big thing that was talking in chat just before we went on to the main thing here, right? We was talking the new Sonic trailer. We might as well get the shit off the bat straight away, right? Get the worst. It's probably for the best.
Really?
If you've seen what this new Sonic looks like in any way whatsoever,
I saw it in the Discord.
That's all you need to know. That is all you need to know. That new Sonic is just horrendous. It's like somebody was on crack or sent a really bad fax over, or both. I want to say it was like a combination of being on crack and a really bad fax combined into one.
Hey, that's my friend.
Hi. Hi. It's weird doing a podcast.
I forced them to join.
You forced it at them? I had a feeling you'd force them because there's no other way you can get friends to do anything, Mist.
Is it almost as ugly as me, though? It's the real question.
No, I think that you're still like subpar compared to the new one. Like, see, I grew up playing the Sonic games, right? I loved the Sonic games. Absolutely adored Sonic games. Could not get enough of them, right? And this just does not look anything like it. It's like, I think the best way of putting it is it's like somebody had a love child with a crack pipe. I know we've used crack twice in the space of 2 minutes already, but you know, it kind of feels like that. And it looks like a really bad psycho trip, you know, like you're off on something. I don't. If you've not seen it, Google the trailer.
I may have to do that later.
Yeah, you trust me. If I had the time and the ability to do it, I would throw it up and then throw up over it because it's that bad. But Jim Carrey's in it, and as Peg has already said, I don't think Jim Carrey can save it, like, at all. And Jim Carrey can usually handle anything. But the trailer kind of brings it across as looking more like Ace Ventura on drugs.
Ace Ventura was a great movie. All of them were.
This is true. Or you can look at the new pictures in Discord if you're on the Discord, that is. Like, if you're on Discord right now, you can do that. Yeah, kids, don't do drugs. Okay, drugs are bad. But
drugs? What drugs?
I don't know. Totally legal drugs that everybody does, and that's not a bad thing. Did that really bad stare at the camera? Carrie was probably drunk as hell when he agreed to. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I would probably have to agree with that. See, that's why I like doing live podcasts sometimes, because we kind of get the interaction of the chat when we're a bit, you know, dead in the water, and we're only been recording for 7 minutes. Right, games. We always do games. Games are like a big thing for us.
Hold on.
Well,
you could keep talking. Oh, never mind.
He's just jerking it underneath. That's why he doesn't want to be seen. Okay, so Borderlands.
Pig, you're probably gonna yell at me. I haven't seen the whole entire gameplay trailer or gameplay release, but from what I have seen, it looks amazing.
See, I didn't see it because I was streaming at the time, but I was getting a play-by-play blow of it from Pig, and I can
send you a link. Either that or Pig can send it.
I can probably take a look at it. Like, I'll take a look at it at some point down the line.
It's really fucking good.
See, the thing is, Borderlands was never exactly like my kind of scene, games-wise. Like, I never really managed to get into it. Like, I never really fully managed to get into the game. Like, I've played it a couple of times. We played it on stream with Peg a couple of times, and it's I don't know if it's the graphics or if it's just like the way the game plays. Like,
dude, I saw that in the gameplay trailer and I started laughing.
Guns with legs that sing when you throw them.
In the actual trailer, you see a gun running, and it's fucking hilarious. And then in the actual gameplay that they released yesterday, you can pick up a gun that does that. It's a TD gun, and it starts fucking running, and it's absolutely fucking hilarious.
See, now that sounds kind of badass. Like, that legitimately sounds badass. But kind of like at the same time, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, do I want to, like, start the franchise? Do I want to start the franchise from the beginning in time for the game to come out? And then hope for the best that I can get into it? Or do I kind of want to not and say that I did?
I mean, we all know what Pig is going to say, and we all know what I'm going to say.
And we all know the Pig's going to be playing it no matter what. A rocket gun that
didn't
shoots burgers.
See that one big.
I was gonna say, just from a guy who loves burgers alone, that sounds like a fucking amazing gun. I won't lie. But you know, I guess I can always take a look at the trailer at some point down the line and see what I can do, and we can always come back and talk about it next week or something, or whenever we record next, because we say we're gonna do next week, and then the next week never happens because people are usually too busy.
I will hold you to it if I have to.
See, if we can get a regular co-host, then it will be a next week, and a next week, and a next week, and a next week. So I guess this is the part of the thing where we do this. We tend to be doing this on every single one at the moment, but I'd like to apologize for us not being around for the previous podcast. because, well, let's just say every time we've tried to get someone, we've not been able to get them. So we've wanted to bring Elite back because there's been some.
Sorry if there's background noise, by the way. My sister's.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't hear nothing. It's good. It's good. It's almost like you've got Mike Kane on, even though you don't. Don't worry about it.
Actually, I do.
Oh, you do? There you go. He's smart. So no, we've wanted to get Elite back by demand, but he's kind of busy. We want to get Zam back, but we've not had the chance to kind of get him back in with anything just yet. So we just had to go with the next best thing and get Mist. Scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but Topic ODub struggles. Yeah,
actually,
ODub
hold on.
struggles. Yeah, basically that to you too as well, but.
Okay. I can't see the stream right now. I only see chat.
So look, I mean, we could always do ODub life struggles of Mr. D-loading over there. We know how much he loves his ODub. We can do some ODub at some point. You know what? I actually haven't done my placements this year, like this season even. Like still, like I've legitimately.
I think I did mine for the newest season, and I got gold again, like mid gold.
What are you thinking of, like, with these new guys? Like how they're constantly bringing in whole new
like Baptiste is
like Baptiste in general, just like as a hero. What do you think? Like I personally think that they
changed the fucking meta in
right?
comp. Yeah, like I played last season when he wasn't in there. Like I would just dominate as Reaper, and I would dominate as like Hanzo and stuff like that. But now since he's in there, every single time like I go to do whatever I do, like whenever I play Reaper or anything or Zarya, immediately like I'll throw out a Grav, and immediately that fucking barrier's down.
Yeah, the immortality field is like a bitch. Like that and the what's it called? That and the his ult where he pops out the window of double damage thing. That's just like
it double damage and double healing. It doubles everything that it's your team goes through.
Like you can avoid being diva bombed with the immortality field.
Yeah,
and it's just like
one of the things that I actually tested with him. Even say if you get like a fucking pixel of that to even show, like it's the side of it, and you shoot through that, it's still gonna work.
That's crazy. Because like I'm always trying. I know it sounds dumb. Every time I see a pop, I'm always trying to get in the middle of it so I can like, I wouldn't say spray and pray through it, but like because I'm usually running Hammond, so like I got the double guns. I can like easily switch left and right. It's a pretty decent thing to be behind if you're someone like Hammond, but like or Orisa, which I've kind of started maining lately, which is weird feeling, but kind of like her sometimes. It's not such a bad thing, but it really
like
does change the game.
Somebody like Soldier or something like a hit scan that can shoot through that, or say like even say if you have like a good Widow on your team, which is rare for me anyway.
I think the phrase "good Widow" is like a non sequitur, right?
PC.
Or whatever the word is. It's like it's non-existent. I don't think I've ever seen good Widows.
I've seen one good Widow, and that's my friend.
Well,
and that's on console.
It's very, very rare to get a good Widow. I mean, the amount of times that we've played that, and like, how many times do you have like an insta lock of a Widow?
Almost never on console.
Seriously, PlayStation must play different then, because like every time, like D will tell you, every time we go into a game, it's
like
always
I was telling
insta locks.
One of my friends that has played on everything for Overwatch, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, has said that PlayStation is the middle ground in comp. Xbox, if you want to get like high tiers, like Diamond, etc., just play Xbox. If you want to like get really good at the game, go and play PC.
I was gonna say PC is like high end, like it's a lot more I would say a lot more strategic, because you still get the people going in all guns blazing and they're absolute dicks and all that kind of thing. But I guess in a way it's almost like, you sort of see the people playing Paladins in the same way that you see them playing Overwatch now. It's like Paladins is a completely different game, but I've seen people kind of play it the same way.
I've seen a lot more activity going to Paladins here lately.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot more people go. Like, I think a lot of people are saying that Overwatch is starting to, I wouldn't say die off, like permanently die, but it's losing its traction again. I think it's going through the
It's
low
been
phase.
doing that for a while until they released Baptiste, and then since they released Baptiste, it's been going downhill again because people are like, oh, new hero. Oh, he's probably going to be good. Oh, he's going to probably change the meta.
Mm-hmm.
He did all of that and more, and people didn't really like it. And now he's going back to now everybody's going back to like Paladins and just other games or like quitting the game again.
Exactly. Like, I mean, there's a guy who I would always watch play it, and I would never play it myself. It says Pacheco. Like, if anyone's not checked him out, we'll try to stick him down in the description. Mods in chat, please feel free. Show you know how to show the love for Pacheco. Go do that good stuff. I've seen him go and be really good. Like, I think he was playing Diamond at one point. With I think he was up in the Diamond levels at some point during comp, and then I think they nerfed Hog a little, like, must have been like last year or something. Whenever the big nerfs happened, when everything kind of got screwed up.
Yeah, I think that was like early last year because that was right around when I started playing. I think it was like that or like a little after because I started playing in May of last year.
I think it was a little after Hammond came out. I think I can't be sure, or it was around about that time because he saw a couple of hammers around and I was like, what is this? Why is there a big ball going? What is this big ball? And he's like, oh yeah, there's like a hamster in it, and that's his character, and that's about it. I'm like, that is stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And next thing you know, I become a hammer main because reasons. Apparently, I can become a massive pain in the ass just by like clipping onto the back of the payload and just spinning and spinning and spinning. Batista, yeah, we call him Batista, not Baptista, because, reasons. You got to take out the immortality field because that thing does suck. If you don't have that and you cannot push if you're stuck behind that thing. The good old Tucker's popping in with the Paladins full life. He's the pro Paladins over here. Like, he won't play anything else. No, joking.
I've played Paladins like twice and then deleted it.
I mean, I've played it with a decent enough team. It's good. It's. I think it's enough one of those team-based things. If you got enough people that know how to play the game, like I was playing it with Turkus, Grundy, Niffy, and I think we had Panda in at one point as well. Like, we won. Like, we cleared house like for 3 straight games, and then we just had our ass handed to us for the rest of the night. But that's the same with anything. But like,
I forget who it is. But it's the like rip-off of Reaper. Yes, Tarkus, I'm calling it a rip-off. The dude that has the fucking pistols.
Oh, I know who you mean. Who you mean.
Like I played him. Like I was just gravitated towards him.
Lex, there you go.
Yeah. And I did so good with him. Like so good. And then I just tried playing it again like the next day and I couldn't. I don't know why, I just couldn't.
See, I've seen I've looked through a lot of the things that were in there. Like, I've looked through a lot of their heroes, and they, don't get me wrong, they have a huge roster, and that's goals for a roster. But sometimes you kind of sit there and go, is that overly saturated because you're only playing XYZ number of people the whole time? Like, are you going to constantly keep changing up who you're going to play as, or are you going to stay with those same heroes every time? 41 heroes is a lot of people. 41 heroes is a hell of a lot of people, especially if you're only playing 3, 4. Like, what's the average if you're going to play something like different?
10, like a little under 10% if you play only 4 characters.
Exactly. I mean, there's a guy on there that's like, you know how he's like to say rip off this, rip off that. There's a guy who feels like he's a rip off of Hog. I think he's the turtle guy. Got the big shell on his back. It looks like he's got a hook that he throws, but I don't think he throws it. He's got sort of almost like a shotgun type thing. And then there's the weird guy in like the barrel armor that does the dual miniguns. That's sort of like Hammond, except he doesn't roll around and hook onto things and that sort of thing. They're pretty decent, and don't get me wrong, I'm kind of thinking they are kind of like they're almost better versions in a way, but they're not. Like, they have their advantages, but they have their disadvantages to play.
It's like the same thing as Overwatch. Every single character has their own pros and cons about them. They all have characters that can take out one another.
Very true.
Like Baptiste, since he has that new jump,
Oh, I hate that jump.
he does. Yeah, I do too.
Can't stand that thing.
I can't either, man. He's a lot more mobile. That's one of the main reasons why people picked him. That and the immortality field, and the damage. Those three things make him really overpowered. Being really mobile, being able to stop really destructive ults. Like, they pretty much have stopped goats. Like, if you play Baptiste against goats,
yeah,
holy fuck. Like, they won't be able to do anything.
The amount of times I've seen a Diva Bomb come in, immortality field, nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, well played from that guy more than anything. It's like the way that he actually managed to throw them up was amazing to get them with that amount of time. Like, you can imagine they've probably sat there holding onto it, waiting for it, thinking, oh, this Diva's got an ult any second, because I mean, you can kind of tell with the way they play. Next thing you know, boom.
You can tell with any character in Overwatch when they have their ult. Like, for example, Ryan's, they'll be like more down. Like, yeah, they will be more like aggressive. And say if there's a Brig on their team, the Brig will be more towards the front because the Brig is going to be trying to shield bash the other Ryan.
Yeah, I love watching that. Like, who we play with, Deload, and that dude's an amazing Ryan when he's in the thing, when he's in the zone. The thing that we always play him for every time he has his ult, never calls it. It's literally he says it, like he calls it as he's using it. It's like, there's no, guys, come up to me, I got ult, let's do this, like, come on, like, let's work like this. It's just like, hammer down, and bam, done straight away. It's just that's how he works.
Another one of my friends, by the way, and he's really fucking good at R6 on computer.
Kind of gathered just by the name, just gonna say. No, I'm joking. That says a lot about the people that you I'm joking. How you doing, my dude? Welcome to the stream /thing/stuff. I cannot imagine what we call these things these days, because it's not it's not a podcast.
This fuckery.
It's okay, right. Seeing as how we're on this, seeing as how I've kind of got us onto this, what do you classify a podcast? Is it just something that you sit there and listen to, or is it one of these things where you can see the people that you're talking to? And
it depends on the person.
Because to me, it's always been like a vlog, if you or just like a video podcast, like just a. It's like, not a podcast. It's
I know it's you, Stoner.
You know, it's like if you've got a video to it, it's not like a. I've always known of a podcast to be a thing that you listen to. It's not like you look at the screen and look at the guys that are there going.
I mean, you have all these like celebrities and stuff doing the same thing we're doing.
Yeah, except that's all studio based. Yeah, and normally you'll see like. Look at the exclusive on our Patreon. You'll be able to see the behind the scenes video of the podcast, and then you can actually listen to it on, like, I don't know, if you listen to Talk is Jericho on Westwood One, or, you know, JR's barbecue podcast, you know, all that sort of stuff. If you listen to the wrestlers ones, they've got their normal podcast, and then sometimes you're lucky you'll catch the video ones later on. I never know what this counts as.
Another thing is, like, you could be doing a video podcast. That's what I would call it.
Yeah.
And it'd be more like this.
I guess it would make sense.
You would have to have like more for an actual like podcast. What I would do is like
rephrase.
Fuck you.
It'd
be like more just like the recorded sound. Yeah, is what I would call like a podcast. A video podcast like is exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, like I've always done like the stream related podcasts, like the stuff that we've done before when we did the pre-records. It would always be like a background, like we did when we started up. But I'd never have like what we have here, the video. Like I'd never do this. This is a whole new concept to me, and I'm very aware that I'm on a video while I'm doing this one, so it feels like it's a little bit different. It feels like I'm just doing a normal stream, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I'm posting something in your Discord.
Oh, look at that. He's posting things in our Discord. You gotta love it. Which, by the way, if you guys do want to come join our Discord, it's you doing anything?
I will do the Discord.
There you go. If you guys want to come join us in a Discord, we'll try to remember to link this in the description when we upload it later on, because I forget this stuff.
But YouTube goodness, I'm putting one of my friends' videos in the Discord.
There's a good thing.
He made the whole entire team rage quit, apparently.
Yeah, there you go. Just take a look at that as well if you are currently in our Discord. Right, I'm trying to see if I've got any subjects that I wanted to talk about at some point, because we've done the shocking.
If you don't, I have these questions.
This is a good thing. I was gonna say we've done the shocking Sonic, because that thing's just ridiculously disgusting. If you guys haven't seen it, I mean, this probably isn't going to be the best shot, but this is up from the iPad alone. This is just what someone's done today with the new Sonic. It's just absolutely hideous. Like, why would you even want to?
More ugly than me.
Yeah, and that's saying something, because, like, I mean, Mist is just hideous, but this thing's just repulsive. Destroy it with fire and, you know, burn the ashes, and then any ashes that are left over from the previous burning shoot off into orbit, and then, you know, nuke it, and then just continuously destroy it and never stop destroying it. It's that bad. And that's not even an over exaggeration. Just don't you pee clap me. And don't you pee you finger clap me. Anyway,
that sounded really fucked up.
What, finger clapping me?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess, really, technically. Right, so we were talking about doing an AMA at one point, right? There was we wanted to do an AMA stream, and we said that we was never ever going to do it unless we struggled, and unless we kind of got to the point of not being able to do stuff. So while we wait for the stream to kind of give us some ideas of what we can kind of add to this one, because this is literally an ad lib. Like we're shooting the shit, right? This has literally been in the process of being done in the past 2 hours, 3 hours, where we was talking before, and we're like, hey, let's do a podcast.
It was like 5 hours ago, actually, something like that.
Don't expose me, because it makes it sound so like I could have had time to do something. Shut up.
But Jay, it's fun.
Shut up. Otherwise, we're never having you back. So
yes, you will eventually, because you have to scrape the bottom of the barrel again.
This is very true. I'm gonna scrape the bottom of the barrel already, and we're gonna pick a blind number here. So anybody who wishes to pick a question here, give me a number from 1 to 30. Either you can do it, or the stream can do it, or just everyone.
Oh no, there's even more than that. There's like 80 questions.
Yeah, this is from the bottom list, the bottom 1 to 30 that you sent me. 32. Ah, ha ha ha. Joke's on you, dickbag, because we actually do have a 32 in the second list. So swivel on it. Number 32. Here we go. So we can ask this. I'm going to ask this to you. I'll do the best ones for it as well. But we can also ask this to the listeners, like the watchers, whatever. I'm so used to saying listeners. So I guess pick with a 23. So should we do 32 then 23?
Let's do 23.
All right, 23. You've looked up which ones. Were we doing 23 on list 1 or list 2?
Yes.
I mean, all right, we'll do it on list 1. All right. Wow, that's okay. These are tame. I was kind of expecting more, but okay.
Oh, I can do.
We can move on to them if we really have to scrape the bottom of the barrel.
I'll look them up those later.
Okay, so question 32.
You fucking stoner, hold on.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, we're gonna get on to question 420. Google what question is 420. We need one. No, okay, so number 32. This one's for everyone and everywhere. So AMA style. Here we go. What's the most amazing thing you've achieved in the last year? I'm gonna put that one out there to you first.
To me?
To you and to anyone else. You're the guests. We gotta treat you nice, you know.
For once. Well, actually, no. You did give me that compliment.
We did. Deny it, and I would, you know, like, tell me again, and I'll deny it, or words like that. But yeah. So
I'll
what?
Post that again.
What would you say is the most amazing thing that you've achieved in the last year?
Last year.
And I mean, I don't know if they're talking calendar year or if they're talking just year in general, but like, in the last 365 days, what would you say is the best thing that you've achieved?
Probably getting over 3,000 hours in Borderlands 2.
I mean,
and being like one legendary away from having every single weapon in Borderlands 2. Like, well, every single like legendary weapon.
I mean, it's definitely an achievement. It wasn't it wasn't quite what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking, you know, there'd be some kind of deep and meaningful behind it, but
Oh, I'd have to think for a while, and you would continuously do the Jeopardy theme.
I wouldn't forever. Maybe for like an hour, 20 minutes, 5. I guess if I had to come up with the first thing off the top of my head, I think it was the February to March period on stream that we had, where we hit the nearly 50 subs, the fuck knows how many bits in 1 month, just basically where stream just blew up entirely, where we broke every single record we ever had.
And that's where I came back, actually, right at the end of that.
It was. You came back roughly around that time, where we had amazing people like Fidget throwing us bits and gifted subs everywhere you can see. We had Holly throwing bits everywhere she could. We had Ellie throwing bits and subs, like Turkus throwing subs. Everyone, just like everyone from pretty much the first couple of months of this year has been my best couple. But then, like, I think the thing that I've achieved most, like the most amazing thing, was that month. Like, our revenue spiked to the highest it's ever been in the space of amount of time. Literally everything, every single border that we'd ever hit before, like every barrier we'd ever hit, had been completely like shot through and bypassed and destroyed and just like left for dust. And we've got new records to break whenever they may happen again.
Just like a fucking explosion at the bottom of it and just gone.
Yeah, exactly. Just like someone needs to
nuked from orbit.
Exactly. That's literally the only way we're ever going to be able to get any higher, is if somebody nukes the stream from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. But like people like D-Train.
Oh, if you wanted to get higher, just ask Stoner.
I mean, that's a good plan. Or I could just ask you. You can. I mean, what? Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad. Okay. Unless they're legal. Okay. But no, you know, like people that were awesome, like D-Train and Fidget and Holly and you and Turkus and literally everyone who's come back and been super amazing like that. That's
because in the past like month, I've done what, like 1,300 bits.
I think it was about 1,300, and that's from sitting there just watching ads.
Yeah.
Just thinking about Twitch Prime as well. Like, do we chill out? Do we chill out? Do we sell out a little bit?
I mean,
do we do it?
Go ahead.
Do we go there?
We do.
Do we go there?
We have to.
I feel like we have to go there.
We have to.
Hit the button.
Which one? This one?
Not the one that blows the world up.
But Jay, it's a fun button.
No. Not the one that blows the world up. Not the one that activates your vibrator, and not the one who nukes everything from orbit. Orbit?
Can I do this one? The one that resets my timer for fall account?
Sure, why not?
No, fuck you. I'm doing this one.
Hey, so did you know, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to have a Twitch Prime account, this is where we sell out just a little bit. You can subscribe to any streamer that you wish over here on the wonderful world of Twitch. If you're on Amazon, all you got to do is link your Amazon account to your Twitch account. Bish bash bosh, bam, you have Twitch Prime. You can subscribe to any...
Jay, hold on, you got a new follower.
I noticed. I was going to get to that at the end. You interrupted me during my sales pitch. How are the people going to want to buy a subscription to a streamer if they don't know how?
Fuck you.
If you want to join the Primetime Twitch Club, all you got to do is go to any channel that you want to support, anyone who is affiliate or partner, anything good like that, go to their channel, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free for a month. If you're on YouTube, you know what you got to do. You got to come off of YouTube, because YouTube's just... it's terrible for streaming. Let's face it, between me, you, and Mist. If you're watching on YouTube, there's the sounds of the follow. Thank you very much, Donna. I appreciate you for that follow, my dude. We'll replay all these cool shit later on once everything's done, because it's being stupid. But if you are on YouTube, you need to come over to Twitch, invest in Twitch Prime, subscribe to those channels, because who else are you going to subscribe to? PewDiePie? Sorry, I had to go there.
T-Series.
Had to go there.
I'd rather subscribe to T-Series.
I would much rather subscribe to anyone but that guy.
Me?
No. PewDiePie. Totally had to sell out for like 2 minutes. So yeah, where was we before that? We was I think we was just shooting the shit on random stuff, wasn't we? Technically, no, we was answering those questions. So, question number 2.
That was 20. We just did 32.
Wait,
no,
I
we
think
did 32.
we do 32.
Yeah, we just did 32.
We did. That is 23 is
achievement
next. Yeah, 23 is next. So I'll let you choose the 23 out of the 2. Which one? It's weird. It looks like I'm looking right at you, even though you're half the world away. I love it. Also, this guy's just like, hey. Sorry, carry on.
I would have to do the second list. Second list one is better.
Okay, do it.
What do I want most in life?
A big fat dick. I mean, what? That was what Mist wants in life. No, what do I want most in life? Less stress and drama, I think. Or just to earn a little bit more money on what I do. Not the Twitch side of things. That's not important. Like my day-to-day earnings, I would like to actually be paid a decent wage for what I do.
Paid to breathe.
Yeah, basically. No, so like for the people that don't know, I'm a full-time carer. So like I care for my my mother 24/7, 365. And if anyone knows what the carers rate is for the people in the UK, it's ridiculous. We get less money than, and I hate to use the phrase, but we probably get less than money than people who work in sweatshops. Sometimes they probably earn more in a month than we do in the the Nike sweatshops, at least, because they probably earn more than 250 a month or something.
I was gonna say people that work on the corner, but that works.
Well, I mean, you would know because you tend to work on the corner most nights. Just
yeah, Dan knows too.
That he does. In fact, I'm surprised Dan makes any money because the streets of Scotland are not kind. Normally, they'll do their business, then probably smack you over
Explains
the
why
head
he
with
stutters a lot.
grandpa. A little bit actually, a little bit. There you go. We probably get the same as the sweatshop aspect says, but we do more hours. Exactly. We work 365, and they work 5 days a week, whatever it is. Yeah, I think that would be it. Like if I could choose anything, I think it would just literally just be to maybe be paid the right amount for the time that I put in. As bad as that sounds, like it would just be nice to be recognized for the job that I do because no one else will do it. Yeah. Does that sound great?
I agree with you on that. For you, anyway.
There you go. So, what about you? If the same question was asked to you, what about you? I won't lie, I slightly forgot what the question was.
What do you want most in life?
There you go. Yeah, what do you want most in life? And the same goes to you guys down in the chat here as well. Please feel free to interact because I'm curious with you guys as well. Like we can do these questions with you, and you can ask us some questions. So if you guys have anything that you want to input into the stream, please give us your input because we obviously want to make this about you guys as well. Because shooting the shit's not very easy when you've not got a topic. Was that enough padding to give you some time to think?
No.
I don't know. You're trying to help.
I don't know, to be honest.
So there's nothing exactly that you want in life that you can honestly say. If you was to have a choice right here, right now.
To have anything?
Yeah, what would you want most?
Could I take something away?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of would be considered as something that you would want the most to do, I guess.
The mental issues.
I would definitely agree with that one. It would be nice to actually have a day without a problem.
Yeah. Just 24 hours.
It's really fucking hard to deal with that one. Like 24 hours is more than enough to kind of just... It's not a lot to ask for either, if you think about it. 24 hours of just a clear head.
Once a month, 24 hours where you don't have anything wrong. Just like a relaxing period. You just go have a good day, pretty much.
Kind of like a mental issues purge, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I just realized my Me6 spot is fucked. I need to deal with that at some point. No, I think I would fully agree with that one. Like, it would definitely be a good idea. Like a 24-hour mental purge once a month would be a nice feeling. Get rid of the because God knows that affects me when it comes to a lot of things. Like, it screws me over when it comes to
It does to me too. Like yesterday,
Yeah,
I told you about that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to go into it, obviously, because where we are, like what we're doing. It's
I mean, I could.
I mean, I think maybe at one of these points, I want to kind of put together a mental health podcast, like where we can kind of come clean. We can all sit here and what's it called? We can sit here and talk bits and pieces about that sort of stuff. We can actually have like a proper discussion about this sort of thing, because I got a couple of people that I really want to bring in on that one. I want to see if we can bring Malice in on that one, because she actually did a really good one with a couple of people over on You Now yesterday, and we want to get Malice in on a podcast anyway, and because she's amazing.
We could do that on the same podcast for the AMA for her, and then
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we could do like one section, we could do an AMA, then bring you guys in for something else, and then we can end it with like the mental health section, because then we've got like the good bits and pieces, then we've got like some bits and pieces to flow through and kind of go from there.
Another thing.
Yes.
I don't know if there probably is a charity for that. We could do a stream and the title be like, any donations or anything like that goes towards that charity. No,
I would definitely agree with that. Like there's plenty out there, so I mean we can always put like a straw poll out there. If anyone's got any ideas, we can straw poll it and say, right, well, anyone that we do will go to X charity or XY charity, and kind of work from that. You can say your piece about depression and ADHD. Yeah, I mean we could do something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to the mental health section, I want to try to get as many people as possible that have, I won't say that suffer, because I hate the word suffer from one thing or another. People that can never really think of the right word for it, like survive it, strive, not struggle. There's a word. Yeah, the people that deal with it, the people that can deal with it, I will happily have you guys on, and we can discuss the format. If you guys like this, by the way, if you guys are watching now, or you're watching a past broadcast, or you're watching over on YouTube, or wherever you want to put it, if you're enjoying this over the more here's a static screen of just like logos twirling, let us know, because we're always looking for the feedback, because you guys are the ones who are paying attention to this after we've done it. So I'm happy to have you guys kind of like give us your feedback and input on that. Do you want to read D's thing? Because I'm very bad at reading things aloud.
I am too, but I will go ahead because I know I'm better than you.
There you go. I cannot English.
D said the thing I would want most in life is I would want to be able to take care of my family so they won't have to worry about things. My mom and dad ain't getting any younger. I would like to take care of them and make sure their life amazing and stress-free. I kind of like that. I
do. Like, that's very selfless. Like, that's an amazing thing. Like, you don't get many people saying that anymore. Most people will be like, the thing I want most in life is money. I want a big dick.
Damn.
I want
Damn.
I want hot girls around me all the time.
Damn.
I want partnership on Twitch or Mixer or something like that. I want everything you can think of. And
Jay.
Shut up. Everyone, literally everyone who streams would be wanting that. Like everyone who streams wants partnership or this or that or the other. And D just comes in with like, I want my family to be
happy
and set, like that's what I want. Like I want that. I love that. I see, honestly, we don't say this much, and you know what they say, one guy can never say I love you to another guy without going gay or something like that. But like legitimately, I love the way some of you guys are, like the way D is like that. He's so selfless. He gives more of a shit about other people than he does about himself, which is amazing.
So I was looking through the questions and I found another great one in my opinion.
Shoot.
It's actually 25. Which is worse, failing or never trying?
Oh, that's a toughie. I would say that is a toughie. What is worse, failing or never trying?
I would have to say never trying, because if you fail, you can learn from your failures and like be better at what you weren't before. You could.
I'd have to agree, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But carry on.
Like never trying, you don't know if you would have failed. You don't know if you would have succeeded. Like with me, you're streaming. You guys have helped me a lot. Like I thought I was never going to be able to get anywhere. Here I am 7 followers away from being an affiliate.
Which, by the way, if you guys want to go help him out, get those extra 7 followers. If you've not done it already, when you want to, please give us a casting command for Mist. Be a star.
I
Give him a
won't do
follow.
it because that's selfish.
Help him out. I mean, you've been given permission. Anyone who can do it for us real quick, please feel free. You can see Mist's URL down on the screen. You can see my one right here. You can see his one over there. Please feel free to come follow, do the things, go be awesome people. No, I think I would definitely have to agree that like failing would be worse than having never tried, because in my near 30 years, right? I'm old, deal with it. I'm not as old as Pig. He was around when the dinosaurs were still around, so it's fine. I have tried to do comics. I've been a wrestler, something you don't hear much of people in the UK up until recently.
I didn't even hear about that.
I could have swore I've told you guys many a time,
no,
but I'll go into it one day. It's been this whole thing. You know, I tried to do comics. I've tried to do photography. I've tried to be a wrestler. I've tried to work in an office. I've tried to put so many different projects up on the ground. Like I've had so many balls in the air at one point of one project or another, or like I've tried to make movies. I've tried to be a musician. I had a band when I was younger that never went anywhere, or when it did, they kicked me out because I wrote my vocal cords because of them, and then they went over to the States and they semi made it big and then kept on going. But every single time I've come back and I've gone, okay, look, well, I've learned one thing from that or another, that I've kind of been like, if I decide to do it again, I've got something better to do. You know, I know where I can go from, or I know that I can do this, or I failed at that thing last time, but I can do it again. If I'd have sat there and gone, but what if I did do it, even though I didn't? You'd be sitting there constantly with the what if, and that's the worst part, I think. Like with streaming, sorry, go. Let me.
The going on that like what if thing, that gets me a lot, because there's like with streaming and stuff, like I'll go through things like, what if I had done this? What if I had done it this way? What if I had this way? What if I did this? Except just stuff like that, just over and over again in my head, like after I'm done streaming, just in general throughout the day. Like, what if I did this instead of doing this? What if I did this?
I'm exactly the same. Like, one of the things I've been noticing through Twitter lately is there's all of these, and I think we touched on this one with the
Thank you, Pig.
With the thing with Zam before, about the people that pay for followers and pay for viewers and pay for this and pay for that. And there's something in my head going, what if I do that? Would I be happy with myself 6 months down the line, where I've, say, got partnership, but I've paid to get there? Would I be happy with myself? Would I feel that that was worth it? Because up until this point, like literally up to this very second that we're talking, every single follower or viewer or anything that I've got, and I'm sure you've got on our channels, has all been organic. Like I'm very bad with this sort of thing. I don't promote myself much. I use Twitter every now and then. I hate hashtags. So I really do feel like an old man when I say this. I hate hashtags, right? Because I don't want to put every single word in my post as being hashtag I, hashtag am, hashtag going, hashtag live, you know, this, that, the other. And then you don't want to like not put a lot of hashtags in there. It's like, you know, finding the modern ground.
Exactly.
And yeah, exactly as Pig said, like you would lose the people that you pay for once you stop paying for it. Because like there's some of these programs out there are like, pay us $5 an hour to get 20 regular viewers in your stream. Pay us $10 an hour to get, and so on and so on and so on. And then like pay XYZ amount of money to be featured on our website. It's like, if you like what I do, why do I have to pay you? Can't you just do it? I know it's like service for, it's a product for service sort of thing. It's like in the shops when you buy something, it's the same thing. But is that the way you go about promoting yourself, by paying for it? Where would you stand on that? Like, would you do that yourself? Would you be proud of it?
In my opinion, I wouldn't be proud of it. I would, like, if I did something like that, I would come clean. Yes, I would lose followers. Yes, I would do all that. Yes, I would have to probably start from scratch. But in the end, if you do that, you eventually learn your lesson. Because even if you don't come clean, there's going to be just somehow, some way, somebody's going to find out and put it out there. Like, no, kind of a controversial person, but Rice Gum did that, and everybody got on his ass for it.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
He was streaming one day, and you could see the fucking bot that he had, where it was like giving him a couple thousand viewers in the background.
Yeah, no, there's a few of them. If you look on it's one of the things that Dan likes to send us links to a lot. The Twitch fails things, or like these people were caught cheating on stream. Look at their view bots, or look at their cheat bots. Yeah. Like it appears on there quite a lot, and it's one of those things that I don't understand that. Like, why would you ever want to do that? Why would you want to kind of like? I know most people say like the quicker you grow, the better it is. The more money you get, the quicker you get sponsors, the quicker this, the quicker that. But like, can you really live with yourself if you get to high level sponsorship and you get all of these viewers after paying for it, and then knowing that you paid for it?
For some people, it's just all about the money.
This is true.
If they can spend money to make even more money, they're gonna do it.
Very true. I mean, I think my brother, it was even my brother-in-law or my uncle, was kind of like along the same lines. He's like, why do you do this? Do you make money? Like Twitch in general? I'm like, well, I make some. He's like, what's some? I'm like, I don't know, maybe like 100 a month if I'm lucky. It's like, I'll make like 10 times that in a month. I'm like, yeah, but you go out, you work constantly. I cannot go out and do that because of my job. So I'm trying to do the best I can, Like, I had one guy come into my stream, like, what was it? 3 weeks ago? And he was like, oh, how long have you been doing this? 4 years. Oh, you're not partnered. You haven't got over 1,000, like, you haven't got 10,000 followers. You haven't got, like, God knows how many viewers. I'm like, I've still got more than you do. Like, I don't understand the people that feel like you need to have that gratification straight away for it, It doesn't make sense.
If you even had, like, let's say you have like 956, 900 and something like that.
Something followers. Like that.
If you even had almost a tenth of that, you would be that close to having partner. Like, if you had a tenth of them every single stream watch you'd be that close.
Exactly. I mean, the thing that's literally stopping me from partnership right now is the view count. Like, that's the only thing that's stopping me from it. And for that, I would probably need like some big boom to happen where people would stick around for, whatever, or jump on a bandwagon and stay on that bandwagon long enough that I know that it's going to happen. And then once the hype wears off, jump on another bandwagon, and so on and so on and so on. I mean, GTA RP's been a big thing. I think that started to die off recently. Then, what was it? Apex was a big thing before that. And then Call of Duty was a big thing before that. Fortnite's the biggest bandwagon that's always going to be out there, but you're never going to get anywhere the whole time. Ninja's streaming it. Like, the day Ninja hangs up that Red Bull headband is the day people have a chance when it comes to Fortnite, I think.
The day that he retires from either streaming in general or that game is the day that bandwagon is going down.
Exactly. I mean, actually,
I can tell you for damn sure.
This brings up something that me and Elite were talking about, actually, because we were talking about off stream about we won't mention who we were talking about, but it was like someone that we've all known for a while. Well, I mean, I don't know, actually. It was about a couple of people, but like there was one person. There was one name that was mentioned, but it was like using people as an example. You go to one game, you build a community, you build a following, do this, and this. I wouldn't say in this case build the following off of the hype train, but it's a case of you do that and then you move away from that game onto something new. And the second you move away from that game onto something new, bam, that person's gone. Like that following's gone. You have to start from the beginning all over again if people don't hang around.
You've done multiple times.
Exactly. Like, I've had to start over from scratch because either I've left that game behind or I've had an internet issues that's kept me away for like a week or two and most of the people have gone and blah, 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 blah. Like, don't get me wrong, it's amazing that some people can stay dedicated to a particular game. Like, I don't know, the people that are on the GTA RP scene right now, or the people that are on, like D-Train, he's on ARC all the time. As far
one
as
of the big bandwagons right now is actually Borderlands.
Yep.
Any three of them, except for, well, we won't really talk about pre-sequel.
Is that basically like an Arkham Origins type things that we don't talk about?
Yeah, you got 1 and 2 in that order, and then pre-sequel came out, which took place in between both of them, and it wasn't even really made by It was made by Gearbox, but it was made by a different one of the companies.
That definitely sounds like an Arkham Origins thing then, because that was made. It was after City, before Night, took place before Asylum. And I keep making this reference every time I play Batman. I'm like, oh, hey, it would be amazing in this situation if I had, those shock gloves that I had in the first game. Because you go from Arkham Origins, where you've got all this cool tech, to Arkham Asylum, where none of that tech exists. Batman just conveniently forgot that he had them just sitting there in a Batcave, just rotting away. And
granted, he did say in Asylum, like, I think it was him when he was going to the first Batcave in Asylum. Well, for the first time, I mean, he said that he has multiple scattered around, so he probably left it in one, forgot that it was there.
It's a good little kind of right away from that, but you'd still think that, because obviously this has come before Origins at this point.
Yeah, see, as Big said, that game is made by Australia for Australia with only Australias.
Yeah,
that tells you how bad it is.
Yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good way of doing it. But then Australia's badass. Like, if it wasn't for Australia, we wouldn't have Malice.
If you want to go to Australia, you're fucking signing your own death wish. That's what you're doing.
I mean,
go and count how many fucking things can kill you down there.
Yeah, I'm not going to the Outback. That's the thing. Like, if I ever go anywhere, I'm not going anywhere near the Outback. Spiders as big as your hand, and that's just the smallest. Like, I'm good, thanks. Koalas that'll say, they go, I'm nice and cute, I'm just gonna sit here eat my eucalyptus. I'm gonna eat your fucking face. You know, like, that. Australia is it gave us things like Aussie Marin reviews though, so that's a good thing. That's probably one of the best things, so we'll take that. We've
been doing this for almost an hour.
We have. It's amazing, isn't it? We normally go for about an hour, so most of the people sit there go, oh, I'm bored by now. I mean,
same.
If you go to Australia, you're taking about the fucking. Well, good luck getting both of those things through customs. That's all I'm gonna say, because you never know.
Come at me.
I mean, you're Merc, and you've probably got like 6 guns in that house behind you anyway. So.
Oh, like I was talking to you about that fucking shelf. Just.
I was gonna say it's amazing because like Kat had like 5 guns when I first met her, and she was like 16. Like, how does a 16-year-old have guns? America. Well, all you need for a homemade flamethrower really is like a Zippo and a can of hairspray, so you're kind of set. But there you go. All right, I'm gonna scroll.
Or axe work.
Or that. Totally not speaking from the mind of a pyromaniac. You watch these streamers on YouTube. True. This is very true. Like, D Loden is our biggest fan of the podcast over on YouTube. Every time he's like, "Good podcast, bro. Good podcast. When's the next one?" Like, how about you get your ass on one of them? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hold on. D-Load next week. All 3 of us.
I like that. And Dan's never watched them, and Dan's been part of them. So what does that tell you? We're not getting Dan back. Yeah, D, give me a shout one day when you can do this, and we'll get D-Loading. And if you guys want D-Loading on, you've never seen him, you might have heard him in the streams, get him on. We don't even have to do the video when you can take a break from our faces next week. Right. Tell me when to stop, and I will stop on a question.
Stop.
Question 17, list 2. What do I need to change about myself? That's a great question. What do I need to change about myself? I'm gonna.
Jay, I can tell this for you right now. What you need to change about yourself. Okay.
All right, go for it.
Your content.
Wow, thanks, brilliant. Okay, right. Well, on that note, I'm getting out of here. See you later.
You know I love you, man.
Can't stand you either, but yeah, you know what? I think that's a good question to ask everyone else. What should I change about myself? In this case, I'm gonna say, what should I change about stream? Also, hey Ali, how's Umbrella Academy going?
I haven't watched yet. No spoilers.
I've been told that that's meant to be good. That's another thing. I want to do a Let's Talk TV at some point, but a Let's Talk TV that we've not seen. It's like I've been told this is good. I've not watched it. It's like
we need to do that movie night some night.
We are going to plan that at some point. We'll talk about that on the other one. We'll talk about that. We'll have a big group Discord chat after we've recorded this, and we'll do the pre-show of just all of us hanging around shooting the shit, and then we can talk about the rest of it. See, this is what goes through the mind of the random. Can't believe we've done the things so far. Yeah, always go for it.
Something we could do is we could do like a movie night or like show night or just like anything like that. Like we could do like Umbrella Academy. We could do like a Game of Thrones type thing, or we could just do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like pretty much
And then
weekly
like
exclusive.
afterwards, we continue the stream, but we all hop in like a Discord.
So basically, we could sit there, watch a couple of episodes of something new, and then we can record something about it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the idea. We can move on to that. We could do something with that.
So pretty much, it'd be like a small like podcast, maybe like 30-40 minutes afterwards, that goes on your YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how many people we normally tend to get, it could probably go up to an hour, depending. I mean, there's 2 of us here, and we're just hitting an hour. So if you've made it this far, he says, trying not to belch down your ears, give yourself a round of applause. We're just gonna keep on going for a little bit longer. I mean, you know what? We're gonna move off of that question. We're gonna move on to something else, shall we? Let's do something that's a little bit more open to answers. That's not a good one.
Here, just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
What enjoyable activity do I not engage in often, enough, or at all?
I don't think I can say what I'm saying. What I'm thinking. What enjoyable activity do you not engage in enough or at all?
How long have you been single?
Shut up. Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
Let's not talk about it.
Let's talk about that. Good Mythical Morning.
Good show, by the way. Haven't watched that for a while, but Good Mythical Morning is actually badass. Actually, last time I watched those guys was when they were on the slow mo, with the slow mo guys, when they were doing. You're
starting to lag for me.
Good slow mo guys. Good Mythical Morning, that thing.
That was a couple weeks ago or something, like last week or something like that.
That was the last time I watched anything with it. The throwing bugs in the mouth or the champagne saber thing. That was good.
The champagne saber one was fucking hilarious.
Just like how Dan just tries to destroy the bottle at the very end, but perfectly hits the fucking cork.
The cork.
Like you could not hit that shot any better, where it just like smashes the cork just straight off, perfect bottle opened, everything.
His face afterward, he was like, "Holy shit, what did I do?"
Right? I actually bumped into Dan. Like, fun fact, I bumped into Dan once on the street of London. Didn't realize it was him until I went past him. I was like, "Wait, was that?" Oh shit!
I would have turned back around and be like, hey, hold on a second.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the streets of central London, you see someone and then the next second they've gone. Like, it's a sea of humanity. It's like, imagine DayZ, the game, with the zombie hordes that come towards you, which I'm sure we'll be able to talk about if someone's played that at some point, maybe, possibly. But worse. Like, you can lose your best friend when they were 2 steps behind you in the space of a minute, if that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's people traffic everywhere you go. I thought Comic-Con was bad. That's worse. Which I think we'll segue real quickly onto before we decide we want to, end. And we could probably do the pre-show where we can talk to everyone else, do some other stuff. Maybe get some more people in here. We can kill the cam feed and maybe go into her visitation and have a chat with some people on the old
which, by the way, I am mad at you guys. There was like only 3 people that actually participated in it. It was Pig, Ink, and I think Bowie.
How do you know who votes in it? Like, how's it?
You can hover over it on the computer, over the emojis on the computer.
I did not know that was a thing. Okay, well, either way, visitation is your new Hangouts for anyone who doesn't know.
It was me, you, Bowie, Ink, and Pig.
There you go. And visitation won out. There you go.
Dan, it was the new name for the Hangouts VC. It is visitation. I put up a notification earlier, a couple hours earlier, about like 7 or 8, something like that. About Jay would never go in it.
You're a dick, just saying.
Hey, look at that. Hold on, it's tied now. Hold on, it's fucking tied now.
You know what that is? Somebody's probably just gone in there and started spamming emojis. Like, yeah. Dan's just gone in and spammed him. I'm guessing.
No.
Oh, we'll go to we'll give it a proper vote later on. Then we'll see what's what.
Okay.
And then we can always change it back later on if we need to. So yeah, we're gonna probably do a bit of a post show afterwards. Hang down in the next one and see what's what. So we're gonna try and make this more of a regular thing, right? I mean, we could always have you with us on as a regular host if you want. If you're down for that.
I mean, I'm always here.
We may have found a replacement for Elite, which is gonna be hard.
I have a doggo.
Have a doggo. Oh, you know what?
Away.
I was gonna say gratuitous shot of doggo is probably gonna get us the most viewers. So next time he comes past, we might need to see a bit of doggo before we end here.
I got you. Hold on.
Oh, here we go. This is where the podcast goes downhill, and like it's
Never
not
mind.
done.
He walked
all the way
outside.
through. There we go. All right, let's
Wait
go
a
one.
minute.
Let's go one last question up here, and then we're gonna get on to.
We
a
never
closing
even
subject.
answered the one that I
Let's
did.
ignore that one. Forget that one. Random question. This one here. I can't. I'm reading through them all, and they just don't read like good questions. Is it more important to love or be loved? Did you get these from dating websites to fill out a dating application?
I just searched up what you fucking told me.
I just said good questions, like good AMA questions, not like is it important to be loved?
No. Jay, you want to know what you said?
Go on. What did I apparently say?
Before the stream, you said look up questions that you never thought to ask yourself.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking things like, is it better to love or have been loved? It sounds like a dating show. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on Dan, the man who's not had sex in 6 years and hasn't had a girlfriend in 10. Dan, let's ask a question. Is it better to have loved or have been loved? That's my cheesy game show host's voice, just in case you can guess.
We know.
Yeah, just in case. For those who've walked away from the screen and left us on in the background. You weren't thinking? We know, exactly. Thank you, Ellie.
Jay,
Exposing me that.
I just ripped off a part of this, but leave it alone.
Hey. And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to end this thing. We're gonna flip the page on the script one more time. We're gonna. You see what I did there? Yeah, everyone sees what I did there, but it's always a thing. We're gonna.
And I thought my puns were bad.
I thought my jokes were bad. We're gonna end on this one because I think for a random thing, if we made it this far, imagine what we can do with one that we plan.
Us plan something?
It's gonna be even worse. Oh, here we go. We've got one from Ellie. Like, let's finish on Ellie's question here. If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh fuck!
That is a really good fucking question.
Fuck.
I can almost feel myself saying Ark because the fact that I've always
It's been a little bit over an
it.
hour.
Yeah, we've hit our hour. We're like hour 10 minutes right now, dude. But I mean, we've still got the post show. Don't worry, we're all good. Post show exclusive for those here live on Twitch. Just saying. I don't know. See, it'd be the thing that if it comes to something that you can play nonstop for the rest of your life, that will never get boring. So, the thing is, this game that we play, would it be consistently and constantly supported with updates and additions?
I have a question though. Can it be one game or can it be a game series? If it's like a game series, then I know my answer.
I'm gonna think that it would probably be something like Borderlands.
Fuck you.
Thank you very much.
You know me.
If my mic wasn't attached, I would mic drop, but you know.
Oh,
all right, game series. So Ellie says game series. There you go. So I'm thinking. It's actually a really tough one. I mean, if I went generic for the game series that I've been buying for the past more years than I can remember, started when I was like 12. The rest of the WWE games, I guess, like WWE SmackDown games, because I've been playing that since WWF Warzone, which was 1998, and we're up to WWE 2K19. So what, 20 years of the same sort of basic game over and over again? I guess it would probably be wrestling games would be my go-to if I could play one particular game over and over again that I was allowed to play like the franchise / series of. It would be the wrestling franchise, because that way at least I get a yearly update, I get DLC, I get content, and it's something that I know easily enough. Pig says Borderlands 2.
For me, it's actually like a 3-way tie between like game series.
Go on.
Borderlands, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I put more time than I can really put together. Like, actually, like, I would have to think about how many hours I have in every game.
Right.
Uncharted, really good game series in my opinion.
I could sort of see that. I've seen people play it. It's never been my kind of thing, but I've seen people play it.
And last one, wait, hold on. It was down there, right? Yeah. Anything, in my opinion, because I consider it like all the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Soulsborne series, including like Sekiro and like
good. Like everything back to like from Dark Souls to
no,
Demon Souls.
Even Demon Souls.
Yeah.
From, like Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3,
Bloodborne.
like Bloodborne, Sekiro.
Because I guess technically, yeah, because they are a Soulsborne genre, I guess that would kind of count.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this would, we'd have to refer it back to Ollie on this one. Would it be you could only play Dark Souls 1, 2, 3? That's it, because it's Dark Souls series, or are we talking like the Soulsborne franchise as part of that? Would that count? Because I like that. Actually, you know what? I'm willing to go a little bit longer here. If you guys have any more questions, I'm willing to go longer here, because like, why not? We're
especially you, Ink, because that was a really good fucking question.
Actually was. That was a damn good question. I mean, I would take that. See, Dilo says, ODOB life always, but with the amount of problems that Overwatch has, this takes us back to the beginning where we was an hour ago. The amount of problems that Overwatch has, like right now, Elite, the guy who basically runs our team most of the time, you know, has to wear a back brace because his back's always hurting. He has been having problems with that game. He can't play for like the past 3 days because he's been having such lag issues. We don't know whether that's him or whether it's just his internet, but that game's full of bullshit.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think I'd want to play that forever. Earlier. I don't think I'd ever want to play that forever. There you go. She'll say just the Dark Souls games. So it would have
even
to
then
be...
I would still say it.
Well, see, technically we know somebody who does that in a way. Turkus basically has, like, when we first met Turkus, that's all he was doing. He was playing Souls 1, 2, and 3. I remember the day that Souls 3 came out, he was on that for 7 hours straight, and then he was on it 7 hours the next day, then the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and like, constantly just, like, continuous.
Like, whenever I play Dark Souls 3, which I play on PlayStation, like, I'm not in playthrough, like on one character, I'm like 200 and something, and like play through, I don't know, like 5 or 6 on one character. Which, by the way, Tarkus, I named that character Artorias.
Nice. Very nice. Dan says ARG. He'd play ARG forever, but Dan has problems with ARG. He couldn't even play Primitive Plus for the first couple. Like, he's been playing Primitive Plus for 4 days, hasn't even got a tame yet. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. See, Tux has put thousands of hours into all the Souls games. He's the guy who got me into it. Like,
I've put a shit ton of time into the Borderlands games, like especially Borderlands 2. Like I said, I have like 3,200 something hours, 3,300 something hours in Borderlands 2.
See, when what's it called? When Souls went Games with Gold on the 360, me and a friend Kenny grabbed it, and we're like, "Oh, this is meant to be like one of the hardest games ever, isn't it?" And like, you're meant to be able to play multiplayer and help each other out. I could never get past the Asylum Demon, the first mini boss or the first boss of the game. I never knew how the fuck to get past him. I didn't know that you do the plunge attack. I didn't know that you had to do any of the other stuff. Like,
actually, I don't know if you know this, Jay. I know for damn sure that Tarkus has to fucking know this. But if you use the beginning item for your character, the black fire bombs, you can use like 3 or 4 of them just to kill him with that.
I think, yeah, I think that was one thing that
and you get his weapon.
Well, the Asylum boss, the very first one.
Yeah. You use that and get his weapon on the first game.
I did not know that you could get his weapon on the first game, or
Mhm.
if I did, I just
It's like
didn't pay
very
attention.
early, but you have to have like I think like 15 or 20 decks and like 20 to like 34 strength or some shit like that to use it, like one-handed. But
Jeez.
like in any Dark Souls, you can two-hand a weapon if you have like 1.5 or like something like that of that fucking like what you need.
There you go. So yeah, get the weapon if you kill the demon before running to get a starting class weapon. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wait, hang on. So
Yeah.
you mean like kill him when he drops down the first time? When you,
Mhm.
in a way, pussy
You
out?
can kill
Go
him the
to
first time.
Huh. I did not
Even
know that was a thing.
Tarkus, even if you go and get your weapon and you're like your bow or whatever, like for whatever class you chose, you can go back and use that afterwards. Like you can use the black fire bombs afterwards.
That's pretty badass. I'll definitely have to look into doing that if I start up Souls 1 run again, because I want to do Souls 1 to 3 again on stream at some point. We might do that as a Sunday story mode thing, because does Souls technically count as a story mode? That's the question. Like, does it technically?
Well, it has a story, yeah.
I guess in a way we could call it a story mode. We'll have to look into it after we finish the Batman stuff. You know what? I think we could take one more question at least. What do you think? What do you guys got for us? Ellie, you got anything good? Dan, you got something good for us? Well,
Pig, Tarkus.
yeah, Pig. Anyone? Dilo over there? Like anyone got anything for us on this beautiful little thing? While we wait, we'll fill some time. We'll any question. It's just a question to us in general or to everyone. You can ask us anything.
It has to be a really good question though.
Yeah, I mean we're not gonna answer like a what is your favorite color? What did you have for breakfast?
Hold on.
Just so you know, favorite color is purple, and I had nothing for breakfast. Just saying. I guess this is at the point where we can technically sit here and say, if you guys are wanting to follow us here on YouTube or Twitter or wherever you are listening to this, we're not doing this on Twitter, we're doing this on Twitch, I should say. But if you want to follow us anywhere, we will hopefully have links down in the descriptions for the people that are watching on YouTube.
And for anybody that's watching on Twitch right now, right below us.
Everything's down there, right here.
Doggo.
See it right here. Doggo! There's a kill out of Doggo! We're gonna be hopefully making this as a permanent thing. I know we've said this before, but we're going to hopefully try to turn this into a regular thing. I have sort of been in talks with someone about a form of a sponsorship, but we can only get there once we start getting a big following. And this will appeal to some of you people out there. Miss, yours will probably perk up a little bit. Dan, yours would possibly as well. There is the chance that if we can get a good enough following, we may finally get a sponsorship, and it might be from a vape company. Yes. So what I might do is at some point during our things, we might do a Let's Talk Shop vape style. We'll do like a mini vape review thing as like separate things on the channel. We could do like, so I've just invested in a couple of new things, or I've got a new mod. This is the flavors that I've been testing out lately. What about you guys? What's your experiences? Do like a 10-minute chat video on that. Go on, real quick, before we go on to the rest of these.
Going on the vape flavor thing.
Yes.
I've been using strawberry banana.
Strawberry banana, like it.
It won't focus on it.
It's all right. It's a nice color. I like it.
Yeah, and it's really good.
I actually really want to start looking into that at some point. I tested our no. We're gonna get to your question in just a minute. Don't worry. We'll be doing it. We're gonna be looking into a few other places. I mean, I want to get a beard company one day if we can. Once the beard grows back, once we shave it off for a charity. So if you guys want to help a charity that we're going to be figuring out at some point soon, before I think it's June next month. June this year. We're going to be shaving the beard. We're going to be putting it out for charity. Like we're going to be doing a donate, push it to charity, go from there. We'll let you know more details about that at some point. So if you guys want to help us out, we'll have a link somewhere, and it would be brilliant if you guys can. But then once we're done, we're going to look into like, I don't know, the beard companies and that stuff as well. Right, let's go to Dan's question here real quick. So if you could go back in time and fix one regret or one thing you wish you could do, what would it be?
Oh.
This one's a little bit overly personal. I think if I could fix one regret, it would be a person that I met. And I would definitely do that whole situation differently. Well, all right, two people. One, this guy over here. But no, I think I would change a person I met in my younger life and change the way that went. So there was less stress and drama from it, I think. It's probably the short answer to it. And what did I have for breakfast? I just told you I didn't have nothing because I was lazy and forgot. What about you, Misty? It's a bit of a two-parter as well. Like, you can answer them in two bits. Like, if you could go back and fix one regret, what would it be?
To be honest, I know my family was like pushing me to anyway. It's going back on my grandpa. Like going and like spending more time with him. I know my family is pushing that on me. Yeah.
I think that would be a big thing for me.
Yeah. There was a couple of things like that I wanted to say that I never did say.
I can understand that.
And at the funeral, I had told my grandma one of the things I wanted to say. And that was the whole going into the Marines for him.
I remember you telling me about this beforehand, like, and I remember you saying like that one of the best, like, I know it's not the best thing. One of the best thing that you could have had happen was the fact that you was at least able to see him before everything went. You may not have been able to pass these messages on, but you know that he knows it somehow. Like, if there is some great big afterworld thing or afterlife, you know he knows. And we know he's proud of you. Especially if you definitely
fuck you, Jay.
What? Oh, for the challenge thing. Yeah, yeah. Fuck you. I don't pay attention to the challenges in chat. We'll do that later. It's fine. But like, if I've got two regrets. I like to say that I don't have regrets because I like to, I don't like to be edgy. I regret nothing. Blah blah blah. I regret.
Jay wants to look perfect when he really isn't.
I mean, true. I would go back and change me in a particular person, but I would go back and see my granddad when I had the chance. Because the last time I saw him was when he left us officially, like completely done. That was it. It was his funeral when I saw him last. I wish I had went back and saw him when my family went down there. My sister sits there and says to me, hey, what would you rather think of? Like, what would your last memory rather be? The day where you sat there and watched TV with him, or seeing him in a hospital bed? I still feel bad for the fact that I just didn't go. So I guess I would choose that over the other one any day, I think. Girls and people you'll meet and you'll forget about, but family is the one thing that when you lose, it's gone, I think, and that's the worst part of it. So Dan, for once you actually came out with a good question. I'm proud of you, buddy. Keep it up.
Dan, that first 7 is a 1.
Yeah, there you go. What about you guys? Before we move on to the next one, what about you guys? If you could go back and change something, or like, same question. Be interested in seeing on that one. We can move that over to the.
These are for you, Dan.
We can move that one over to the what's it called? We can move that one over to the post show because I think nearly an hour and a half is more than enough to kind of push it. I think we don't want to go too far. We don't want to like take forever. We want to make sure that when we're talking, we still got enough content for people to be listening. So, if you guys have made it this far, thank you for coming back. If you've been fans of the podcast, I know it's been a long old time since we've done this thing with Zam, the stream shop. We're gonna try getting Zam back at some point to do the Let's Talk shop and kind of touch on some of the points that we did before, like some of the pointers that we've gone from, because Zam has evolved and gone quite far since the last time he was there. We've had a few other people that have been around on that one, and we definitely want to pull Elite back in and get him in because yeah, I literally just saw that. If you guys did not know, if you are the 100th sub to our YouTube, then Elite is going to sing you a little song. And
how many are you away?
Like 66. We must execute order 66 to get those subs. And Elite cannot weasel out of it because he has audio of him agreeing to it. So Elite, you're still down on it, but you're still going to be with us. So yeah, we're gonna close the book on this episode. We're still gonna be around for the post show. So if you guys want to come join us down in Discord, get into the voice chat for it now. We will be down with you in just a minute. So as the music lovingly fades up, no doubt at any minute, Mist, my dude, thank you very much for joining us. Honestly,
No problem, man. I'll do it again.
It's been great to have you. We'll happily bring you back. I'll be glad to have you back. It's been good. So if you guys have enjoyed this format and the way we've done this time, please let us know. If you haven't done so already, go follow Mist. His link is over there and down there in the description. If you haven't followed me, I mean, literally, I'm right here. You're watching this live on Twitch as we record. We are on the Fortnite channel. I read the word Fortnite for a minute. I wish it was on the Fortnite channel. More people would be watching us.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of which, I saw you playing Fortnite earlier.
Let's not talk about that. We'll talk about that in the other one. But for the minute, all that's really left to be said is thank you all very, very, very much for watching. We need to ask that Champions Club to keep it down back down. Thank you very much for that. So until next time, everybody, thank you very, very, very much for watching and listening. This is not a call to start hammering out those damn things. And stop stealing Ellie's entry. Anyway, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and or listening. I've been Jay. This has been The Asylum. He has been Mist. This has been Off the Script. And we'll catch you all next time.